my first question for you is, are you sure you're not a superhero with special powers?
Well, the good news is the reason I wrote the book is because I was a professional project planner for 14 Fortune 500 companies, and I kind of forgot all that when I became a mom. You know what happens. And then I started going back to those principles, and it's actually simple. Every mom can do it. It's just a matter of taking the time to plan. And I use Office 365 Home Premium as my tool. It helps me do it all. So when it comes to planning, I think everyone, if you follow the plan, you can actually implement that in your own life as well.
Wow. Well, and that's leads me to my next question. What one piece of technology can you not live without?
I can't live without my Windows 8 PC. Luckily, I have the cloud, which I think the cloud is magic because I store all of my documents on SkyDrive, so no matter where I am, I have access. And with Office 365 Home Premium, you also have the web apps as well, so I can share documents. And it helps me for things like doing homework with my kids. If I'm not home, we can actually collaborate. So my Windows 8 PC, I cannot do without.
Yeah, that's perfect. I feel like so much time is dedicated just to getting to know the program, and then utilizing it and using it right and to the most advantage takes more time than actually using it.
Yeah, I suggest in my book, I talk about planning. So put your plan together and figure out what the processes are in your life and then map the technology to that and use, what's really important. And the good thing about Office 365 is that it's really easy to use. And so once you figure out where you need it, for example, digital note taking, I think that's a great thing to do. And OneNote is the tool to do that. It's like my second brain. Menus for dinner, carpooling. My husband has it on his phone, so if he goes shopping, our shopping list is on there. So that's a great example of something that's easy to use and can really make an impact in your life.
Yeah, one theme I noticed when reading your book is the importance of flexibility with plans. Now, I have that type A personality. When I make a plan, I want to see it all the way through. And when something changes, I get a little panicky. And as a mom, this is every day. Something changes, somebody, has a sniffle, and we got to go to the doctor. And, everything is just always changing. And how do you recommend for moms like me, a little bit OCD, how do you cope with that stress?
Yeah, I take a deep breath because I feel your pain. So another reason I wrote my parent plan is because when you're a parent, you can't plan for everything. So I wanted to make that clear. But what you can do in bringing it back to your topic of flexibility is when something happens, take a deep breath and say, okay, I need to change the plan. And what I try to do is take the emotion out of it, because if I let myself be emotional, I would be, losing it half the time. So I say, okay, everything's changed, time to make a new plan. And that helps me somehow get through that moment and, breaking up things into little tasks. And those are the basic project planning skills I use professionally that now I find using as a parent is so helpful. And putting my calendar, managing that chaos on Outlook has been a big help. I have everything color coded. I even put personal time in there. Like, do you ever plan for your own personal time,
Right. What's that?
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, like I find that once I put my plan together and if I say, you know what, I need some time to go to Pilates, or I need some time to take a walk with my friend, I actually get a chance to do it because I've planned ahead and maybe got some coverage for myself.
Sure. Well, I feel like as of now, I feel like I'm so far behind. I feel like I've been the reactive parent all along. So now that my kids are, 11 and 8, is it too late for me to have a plan? Like, am I ever going to catch up?
It's actually never too late. And, you can change your plan by the moment. The good news, as I say, is especially at the ages that you mentioned, is that's a good time to have a talk with your family, find out what the requirements are, communicate, and you'd be surprised. You might learn things about your kids that they've wanted to do that they haven't said before, and you can put that into the plan. So I say the first step is sit down and talk to your family, find out what their requirements are, and then put your plan together. And it's going to change by the moment, so I say it's never too late.
Very good. And then, okay, so once I get my plan situated, and I've planned for a little bit of spontaneity here and there, so I do have some leeway in my actual time schedule. But how and when do you say no when making plans without being offensive?
Yeah. Well, I think it's when you look at the time that you have and you realize, time is precious and you don't have a lot of it. There are things you kind of have to say no to. But maybe if you have alternatives to say, well, we can't visit the aquarium this weekend, but hey, let's put it in our plan. Let's plan for 2 weeks from now. We'll take a family trip. So then it kind of softens the blow where you feel like I'm saying no, but I'm saying, hey, let's plan for this in the future. So your kids can feel like they can still do what they need to do.
Right. That's brilliant. And then another thing with the chores and delegating, and that's brilliant for time because I usually just, I can do it faster, I'll just do it. But then I'm not instilling the proper work ethic. So I have sort of delegated some chores. However, their friends don't. And when it's, can we come out and play? No, we have to do our chores. They look at me as this mean mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to instill, a hardcore work ethic in my children. How do you battle that with the peer pressure of like, well, I don't have any chores at home? And
yeah, I think it's just you're kind of making them feel proud. I always say switch it up and make it a positive thing. I'm so proud of you for helping. It's made such a difference. And if we need to work your chore, maybe you need to do it later today if you want to go play with your friends. And so that kind of calms down the situation. And I just try to always switch it back and make it a positive thing. You're really helping. Because you're helping, I have more time. We can go spend some time together because you're helping me with the chores.
Right. That's perfect. Well, I have one more question. Are you going to Blogger 13 in Chicago?
I've been going to Blogger since I first started blogging. I love Blogger. How about you?
Oh, so exciting. Yes, I live right outside of Chicago. We went last year in New York, and it was fabulous. So I'm thrilled that it's basically in my backyard this year.
Right. So see, you're putting a plan together, right? Put that on your calendar.
You have to with that event. My goodness.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, I guess I will see you there then.
Great. I look forward to it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. You can check office.com for more information on Office.
Perfect. Thank you.